Good morning, good afternoon. Hopefully everybody's doing great today. So today we want to today we're going to talk about I've been getting a lot of questions about this, so I figured I'll just jump into it and get some answers for you guys. It's called reality shifting. So there's a lot of questions I've been getting about, hey Mark, how to shift my reality, how to reality shift, right? So I guess that's what we want to focus on today, is how to shift your reality into the reality you want to experience. Now, if you know about manifesting and creating your life, it's really all about what? It's all about your personal reality. So in order for you to shift, you have to change your what? You have to change your personality, or what's called your personal reality. Man, how do I change my personal reality, man? What is reality shifting? How does this stuff really works, man? I keep hearing about this all the time, but no one is showing me how this stuff works. So if you want to shift your reality, you're going to have to learn to change your personality. My personality, yes, you have to change all of this. You have to change your entire realm. You have to change your beliefs. You have to change how you view and operate things, because this is how you're going to shift to a new reality. Greetings all, greetings all. How's everybody doing today? Good. Hopefully everybody's doing great. Good to see you all here today. Thank you so much. Now, here's what you need to know. When you're going to manifest something or create something in your life, you have to play a different game. You have to go in an unorthodox way to manifest. And what I mean an unorthodox way, okay, when you, let's say you want something or you desire something, right? When you desire something, say, okay, let's say you just want to just something. What do you do when you desire something? Go ahead, someone tell me that. What's the secret when you desire something? Does anybody know the secret when you desire something? What is the first thing we do? We what? We get our emotions into it. We start to want it, or we start to need it. That's a natural reaction to our mind. So when you want something, you have to act like you don't really want it. Can you repeat me? Let me repeat it again. When you desire something to manifest it, you have to act like you don't want it, like you already have it. That's the secret about this stuff. And that's how you do reality shifting. Because check this out, man. Most people, when they desire something, they go ahead and they visualize it, which is good. And they visualize it, they think about it, which is also good. But you know what they don't do? They don't change their personality. Your personality will reflect what you bring into your life. I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean by that. They're like, what is this guy talking about? Personality. Okay, if you want abundance, okay, and you're visualizing more abundance, more prosperity, you're visualizing all this good stuff coming into your life. That's fine. That's the way you should do it. But while you're visualizing the abundance, your personality is one of frugality. You're constantly thinking about saving. You're constantly thinking about, I don't have enough. Your personality is one of, there's never enough out there. I gotta just do this, I gotta do that, I gotta stop. So your personality have to match what you're visualizing and what you're affirming. If your personal reality or personality doesn't match it, it's going to create incongruence. When you have incongruence, you're going to meet resistance. And when you have resistance, yeah, somebody say, yeah, someone says it perfectly right here. It says, you act poor and wanting and having. That's correct. You're acting poor, but you want wealth. You're acting desperate, but you want a relationship. Okay? See what I'm showing you? You have to change all of that first. So how do you change all of that? You have to get to our subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is open 2 times a day for instruction. Open twice daily. Okay? It's open when you wake up in the morning for 2 hours. Then it shuts off and it goes into reality creating mode for 14 hours. Then it opens back again when you go to sleep at night, but this time when you're sleeping, it's open for as long as you're sleeping. If you're sleeping for 6 hours, it's going to be open for 6 hours. If you're sleeping for 7 hours, it's going to be open for 7 hours. If you're sleeping 8 hours, it's going to be open for however long you are sleeping. Now, I mean, you're sleeping, right? You can't get to your subconscious mind if you're sleeping. So you got to use technology to do it for you. The technology you have to use is the subliminals. These subliminals will get to your unconscious and change your personal reality. When you change your personality, then your reality shifting takes place. Remember, there's not only one of you out there. At least not one copy of you anyway. There's an infinite amount of Mark out there. There's an infinite amount of Sam, Michael, Jessica, Lauren, whatever. There's an infinite amount of you out there. And if you don't understand this concept, it's going to be very tough to create and get what you want in your life. Thank you. Pick 3, glance, easy, hit, make money for all states. Yes. Think. All right. Okay, now let's move to something else. Lottery. We get a lot of questions now. Lottery question. Here's a lottery question now. Mark, what are some other tips for me to manifest my lottery? And we're going to go back. So we're going from different subjects to different subjects here. So let me go ahead and give you a huge tip for you to manifest and win the lottery. You want to win the lottery. All right. This is going into your subconscious mind now. So here we go. Whenever you get a ticket, whenever you win something on your lottery ticket, okay? Whenever, okay, best way I'll put it to you so you can understand this, because I want to make it simple for you. Let's say you go buy some scratch-offs, okay? And you win 100 or 200 bucks. Do not take them in and cash them in to the retailer. We all know with the lottery, anything over in certain states, anything over 600 bucks, you go to the lottery office and da-da-da. But let me show you something even more powerful for you to help you to win. If you win like $200, even 50 bucks on a ticket, take the ticket, mail the ticket in to your local lottery office. Or if you got a collection of tickets, you get 5 tickets and they come up to like $300, whatever amount of $200. Mail those fill the back of the tickets out and mail them into your lottery office, okay? When you mail them into the lottery office is going to send you a check. That is the most powerful message to your subconscious. You'll actually get a check in your hand that from the lottery office with your name on it. And even though it says 200 bucks, but in your subconscious mind, when you get that check and you look at it, it could have easily been 1 million, 2 million. You've gotten the check and you physically seen your name on a lottery check. For those who haven't won for those who haven't won a claimer, this is the best way to do it. You'll get a physical check with your name on it. And when you look at that check, man, that powerful message to your subconscious mind is, look at this, pay to the order of da-da-da, da-da-da. That's going to make you a big, big winner. You can collect up to if you can collect 2K at that retailer, get all your tickets, put them and mail them so you get that physical check so you can look at it, man. And when you look at that check, the message to your subconscious mind is, we won the lottery. How about online lottery? I don't know how online lottery works. I don't know if you can claim them in. I think online lottery is a little different. I think they put it into your account. So you have to check that out. But I'm talking about physically buying the tickets or the check or the scratch offs, mail them in, and you will get a check. The check is to your. Listen, if you look, keep in mind when you look, the lottery check, people, when you look at a lottery check, it could be anywhere from $100 to $800 million. You have this check. You have a check that has the amount of money you want. Remember, your subconscious is logical, so it looks at it. Even though it may be $200 to you, you can super imprint. You can just look at the check and think it and just imagine, oh, this is $2 million because your name is on there. Or your subconscious mind is seeing my name. Oh, look, there's the lottery logo on there. Oh my God, I have a lottery check. So once you get your lottery check, take your phone out, take a picture of your lottery check so you can look at it every day to remind your mind that I am a winner. Everything is possible for me. See that tip? You can mail anything even under $600. It's anything over $600 you can take to the lottery office. But it's just more convenient for people to just cash their ticket at the retailer. I'm just giving you a technique for if you want for you to manifest big jackpots. Most 90% of people won't do this. When people win $200, $100, they'll get the cash money right there on the spot. But if you want to make your subconscious mind work for you to win larger amounts, you take the time, you fill the back out, you send it to the lottery. They must write you a check. Even if it's $20, you'll get a $20 lottery check. Even if it's $50, you mail it and you'll get it. If you win and you can't go to the retailer, you mail it to the lottery office, overnight it, whatever, mail it, whatever, regular U.S. mail, send it in. They'll send you a check. Your check may come back in a week or whatever, but you will get a check with your name on it. You're doing this to impress your subconscious mind. Don't worry about the little bit of money. You're doing it because you want to win bigger. Okay, so that's for you if you want to increase your subconscious wins. Okay, see how that works? Good. Next topic we're going to get into now is the mind. Why does my mind constantly overthinks? Why can't I get away from my own thoughts? Why Just want to put it to okay. Why do I constantly get berated, depressed, feel not confident in my own mind? What is going on, Mark, with my mind? You know, you told us that I am the creator of my reality, yet I cannot stop these intrusive thoughts. They keep coming and coming. What am I to do? All right, let me show you how to fix your mind, to fix your world. Number one rule when it comes to the mind and you are separate entities. The mind is like the wind. The wind is going to keep blowing. You, my friend, you cannot stop the wind. Question here. Thanks for $4.99. Good to see what my friend has. Can you give us an example of how to impress our submind throughout the day with the law of least effort? Yes, I'm going to jump into that next topic. So let's finish this one up. The mind stuff here. Okay. With the mind is like the wind. When the wind blows, what do? You cannot stop the wind. You either feel the wind, you ignore the wind. Correct? You'll feel the wind, you'll ignore the wind. When you feel the wind, you're like, damn, it's so windy today. Oh my God. Now you're become aware of the wind is going to be more power to you. The wind is going to have more effect on you. Now, today's a windy day. Another person says, damn, it's a windy day today. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. The wind has no effect on you. It's the same thing with your thoughts. Your thoughts are quantum. They are probabilities, possibilities. They're going to pop in and out of existence, and all of them are going to go into your head. The majority of them are going to be negative thoughts because we're connected to the collective subconscious, and that's all we feed on. So what we do though, what you should not do, is when we take these thoughts in, we start to associate with the thoughts. Never associate with your thoughts. Your thoughts aren't yours. Listen to this, people. The only thoughts you should associate yourself with are thoughts that are going to take you and move you to your desires. Every other thought, no matter how much it feels, how much emotion it has to it, do not associate with the thought. It has no power until you observe the thought, turn it into power, and repeat thinking the thought. That's the power of thoughts. Now, to fix the mind is very simple. Become aware. Notice. That's all you gotta do, is notice the thoughts. These are just thoughts. Mark just told me these are just thoughts. They're like the wind. They don't have any physical implement on me unless I become aware and give them the power. And your overthinking will go away because now the intrusive thoughts will recognize there is no reaction. Listen how does this stuff work. Everything is looking for our reaction. People, tell how you create your reality. You start to create reality with it's not what's happening. It's how you react to what's happening. It's your perception to what's happening changes the reality in your world. See how that works? Next one. How to impress the subconscious daily with least effort. Here's how you do this. Whenever you want something, whenever you desire something, you must act like you don't care about it, like you don't want it. And repeat that again. Whenever you want something, whenever you desire something, you must act like you don't want it, you don't care about it, you already have it, it's easy to get for you. Let's go back to the days now. Okay, let me show you something powerful. You've been doing this all your life, but you probably didn't even notice. Can you remember a time when you wanted that shirt? You really wanted that sneakers? You really wanted that album, that music, whatever, you really wanted it? You really liked that person? Then one day you got up, and the more you want that person, you want that thing, it's like it's running away from you. And then one day you got up, you're like, screw this, I don't want that person anymore. I don't want that thing anymore. And guess what happened? The person you didn't want starts to chase you. The thing you want starts to approach you and come to you. And you're like, man, where were you when I wanted that? Where were you when I needed that? What happened? What happened is you change your personal reality. You change your perception. You let go. You didn't care anymore. You act like, shoot, I don't want it. You released it and it comes to you. That's the way to impress your subconscious mind every day, regularly. Everything you see, you act like you don't care, you have it. So and give you some examples of that. I'll give you some examples of not caring or not or acting like. So if you're out in the day and you see something you want, instead of acting like you want it, you now play the game like you don't care. Oh, look, there's a car. Yeah, you know what? I could have that car. Yeah, that's a car I could definitely get. It's coming. I'm not sweating it. Da 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 da. Oh, look, more money, more abundance. You know, I definitely would love to have more money in my life, but you know what? I don't care. It's always going to be there anyway. It's going to come anyway. I don't need to have to try to get it. It's on its way to me. That's it. That's how you impress your subconscious mind every day. Just act nonchalant, like it's already there, like it's coming, and you don't need it. You don't put any emotion into it. Someone will say, well, man, This is going, Mark, this is going against a lot of the teachings. We were taught that we have to put emotion to stuff. We have to put emotion to get stuff into our lives. But let me show you something deep. Did you also know the less emotion you put to something, the more something you get? Whoa. Let that one sit in. Let me repeat that. The less emotion you put to something, the more of the something you will get. Let's see how brilliant your minds are. You guys are the chosen ones. Can someone explain to me why it works this way? Because you were always taught that you gotta input the emotion and to get the stuff. But I'm just telling you, I'm not saying don't create any emotion. Listen to what I'm saying. The less emotion, less is more. The less emotion you put into something, the faster and the more you'll get to something you want. Does anyone know why? Can you tell me why? Yes, you're all answering good stuff, but I need someone to tell me why. You're saying trick in the subconscious. Let's see. Let's see who here. See, let go of expectation, less resistance. Neville Goddard insisted on putting a lot of emotion into our desires. Yes, now listen guys, Neville Goddard and all these teachers, they were great teachers, masterful teachers, okay? But let me put you on something new. As time goes on, we learn more about the human mind and the human brain. We learn more about things. Do you remember a time when something used to be accepted as facts and then it changed because we have new knowledge and new understanding, new science? And then you say, man, I was doing it like this, but now I'm doing it like that. And you see better results. Just an example, I was teaching you guys about the affirmations. People were doing affirmations. And I started teaching people about affirmations. By the way, I didn't invent affirmations. Affirmations was invented by a guy, I think Noah St. John or something. But what I did with affirmations, I implemented them and I adopted them more in a way that could make our lives better. So Mark didn't invent affirmation, okay? Mark just took something that was already invented and made it better. That's all I did. Now, that's the same thing with manifest, with teachers. These teachers will give you great advice, great techniques, but you also have to be open-minded that times change. So someone said, well, Mark, Neville Goddard said put a lot of emotions on it. Yes, in certain aspects, but what we discovered about how the mind and the brain works, less is more. So the less emotion you put to something, the faster it will manifest. So I'm looking for the answer to this question, and then I'll give you the answer. So can someone tell me why less is more? And it's all, I'm going to give you a big tip now. It's all about the subconscious illogicality of the mind. There's your tip. It's the illogicality of the mind. I'll show you something. How many of you put so much emotion into your desires? After you finish, you feel drained. You feel tired. And you're like, my God, manifesting is hard. Tough work, bro. I didn't have to put all this emotion. Oh, I got all this emotion. Nothing's happening. I'm just super tired. But that's what the teachers say. I got to put all these emotions. But I'm not seeing any results. People, let me teach you something deep. I'm going to teach you the game of life and the universe according to neuroscience. This is new science of the mind. This is new teachings. This is how it works. If you want to change, you got to be able to adopt with change. You got to be able to adopt with new teachings, new facts, new mind. Every day we discover more and more about the mind and quantum mechanics. So let me teach you something deep so you can manifest. Less is more. Here's the answer to the question. Whenever you put less emotion into something, your subconscious mind has already accepted that that thing is a normal part of your life. When you put more emotions into something, your subconscious mind does not accept it as part of your life because your subconscious mind thinks you are trying to create something into your life. Now let's back up into the laws of quantum mechanics. This is why I told you these teachers are great, but a lot of these teachers, they didn't know about quantum mechanics and how the universe works. So let's go into quantum mechanics and show you the stuff how it works. In the world of quantum mechanics, your subconscious mind is infinite. The conscious mind is finite. In the world of quantum mechanics, everything that has ever existed, that has ever happened, is already happening. It's a normal routine. Hence, in the subconscious mind, everything that you want or desire is already happening somewhere. It is a normal routine. Normal routine means I don't have to put a lot of emotions. I'll give you an example. When you get up in the morning, you have a routine. You get up, put on your shirt, you brush your teeth, you go out your door. That's a routine. That's a normality. Let me ask you a question. When you get up in the morning, do you put a lot of emotions? Put on my clothes. Do you do any of that? No. You simply do it. You simply put your clothes. You simply go out. You are running on an automatic program. When you put a lot of emotions into things, the only thing you're tricking is your conscious mind. You're not tricking your subconscious mind. It's hard. Listen, stress. What causes stress? Over emotions. When our body gets overworked, look at it in the physical world, people, and you'll see it in the spiritual world. The way to manifest anything in your life is truly less is more. You don't need a lot of emotions. You don't need them. They're only going to create overthinking. They're only going to create more stress. They're only going to create more desperation. And they're only going to create more resistance. And I'll show you why they do that. Because our brains are easily addicted to emotions. Our brains are easily addicted to pleasure and pain. If you're giving the brain a lot of emotions, you're going to be addicted to a lot of emotions. You're not going to be addicted to manifesting your dreams and your goals. But if you give the brain the balance of neutrality, everything comes in because all the neurochemicals in the brain now are balanced. You don't have an overflow of oxytocin. You don't have an overflow of endorphins. You don't have an overflow of all these good chemicals. They are balanced. Remember, the universe is what? A self-correcting code. If all things exist, then I just have to assume the state like Neville Goddard said. And that's correct. Neville Goddard said, was tapping into quantum mechanics too, because Neville Goddard said that there exists a state where the wish is fulfilled. So when Neville Goddard is talking about, he was talking about the state of quantum superposition. Superposition is the state of all realities that exist right now in a normal way. When you win the lottery or when you manifest something, nothing in your physical reality changed. Guys, when I won the Fantasy 5 and I went to check the ticket at the Publix, nothing in my reality changed, people. The ticket just says top prize claim at the lottery. The people around me were walking around doing their regular thing. Nothing changed. It was a normal routine. It was just happening. That was the bell that went off in my mind 3-4 years ago. I started to think deep about this. I was like, oh my goodness, Mark. Did you notice something deep, Mark? You know, when you won the ticket, right? You visualized it came out good. But Mark, what did you learn from this win? And the thing that crept in my mind for 2-3 years going on up to right now. And that's when I started to figure this stuff out. And I was like, man, this is how it works. This is the game of life. This is how to manifest. And that's why I started telling you about the flow state. The flow state is the non-caring state. That's what the flow state really is. When you're, listen, you know what peace is? Peace is when you don't care. That's the definition of peace. Peace is there's no worries, there's no stress. I don't care. I'm cool. It's not that saying you're inconsiderate. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a state. We're talking about a state of emotion. That's an emotional state. Less emotional. But let me say the story back to the story. So I started thinking to myself, I said, man, you know when I won this stuff, My mind was telling me that it was going to be this super great, um, big thing in my life. And it really wasn't. As I won, I was grateful. I was gratitude, but it was just normal. Everything was just happening. And I was like, oh my goodness. Let me try something. I went home that day. I said, let me try something. Let me just try to manifest without any emotional attachment. Let me just try to manifest like it's normal. That was the groundbreaking moment. Stuff just started coming into my life. I was like, oh my goodness. Is it really this simple? All I have to do is act like I have it, act like it's not a big thing, and just chill and watch behind the scenes, and then let my intuition guide me, and then listen to my higher self and go pick it up. Nah. My intellect mind, however, was not on the same page. My intellect mind was telling me, what are you doing? You're stupid. You're going about this the wrong way. You have to put emotion, bro. You have to make the universe respond. Come on, you know this stuff. That's what my intellect mind was telling me. But quantum mechanics says that if everything already exists, I don't have to make it, I don't have to create it, it's already there. Why the hell do I have to put emotion, a lot of emotion, into getting something that's already there? So I was in a state of confusion, and I was in a state of irrationality. So my intellect is telling me this, but quantum mechanics is saying this. So I said, you know what, Mark, go with things that you can verify and go with things that have result. I can verify quantum mechanics. I know it works. I know the formulas. I see how it affects our life. I see how it makes the universe work. I can't verify my intellect mind. It's just a talker. Can't prove anything there. So I started to apply this, and that's how I changed my life. So if you want to change your life, people, you don't have to put super emotions. Just go with the normal flow. Let your body create the emotion that fits your manifestation. And the emotion your body will naturally create, if you notice this, it will be one of normality. Do you see how powerful that is? That is groundbreaking information that will change your life. Not caring does not mean you don't put in the work. That's correct. Not caring doesn't mean you're inconsiderate. We're talking about not caring in the terms of manifesting inanimate and also animate objects. That's what we mean by that. It doesn't mean you're not motivated for your desire. It doesn't mean you don't want your desire. What it means is you have accepted. Listen, it just means that you have accepted that what you want is already on the way to you. Therefore, you don't need to put in work of emotions to get it. That's all it means. What it means that what you want or what you desire has already been created and is being delivered to you, so you don't have to get in your own way. That's all it means. It means get out of your own way. It will change your life profoundly. It's being carefree, not careless, correct. You just believe it's yours, correct. You don't try too hard. You just relax and trust the universe. That's correct. That's all you guys' comments. I'm just going through. Everything in the universe works with least effort. There is nothing in the universe that you can fix. The universe doesn't need fixing. You try to fix something, you're going to break it. Look, these are things that your grandparents and father, everyone. Remember this old saying? Here's the one that I'm sure everyone here. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Get that? Once you get into the non-caring or the flow state, you automatically become aligned with what you want. That's right, Rob Brigger. They have been teaching you backwards. Everything you got taught were backwards. You were conditioned to play. You listen. You go do this yourself. Every single person here manifests something. When you put a lot of emotions in it, it drains you, man. Why would something that would be beneficial to you make you feel drained, make you feel tired? It doesn't seem right. But why, when I just don't care and I relax and I believe it's already mine, I have ample energy, I still have my emotions, I'm still in a good state, and it comes to me a lot faster? Do anyone ever consider that? You've been manifesting, you've been creating your life. You know the rule. You go do this meditation or you go do all this stuff, and afterwards you're drained, man. Tell me I'm lying. You feel drained. It's not supposed to be that way. And that's because it's not that way. It's not the way your mind and your brain works. It's not the way your subconscious works. Your emotions are there now. Now look, let me say this. I'm not telling you to be a zombie and be an emotionless person. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm saying you have to learn to channel your emotion. You have to learn to let your emotion run smooth. That's all I'm saying. You know, the more, okay guys, let me break it down, just make it simple for you. The more you try to convince your subconscious mind that you need something, the less your subconscious mind will manifest it for you. The more you try to convince your subconscious mind like you already have something, the faster your subconscious mind will manifest it for you. You want me to repeat that one? Because that one is so deep. The more you try to convince your mind through your emotions that you have it, you want it, you desire it, the more your mind will refuse you, will push you down, will not get it. The more you convince your mind that you don't really care about it, that it's already on the way to you, that you already have it, and it's coming, the more your mind will bring it to you. And you know why? Because it makes no sense. You know why it makes no sense? Because you were taught to make sense of stuff. Well, let me teach you something deep here. What you've been taught, what you've been learned to learn, all of it, every single one of it, is made up by someone with an agenda. Repeat that again. Every single language, every single history, every single thing you've been taught, psychology, school, when you were a kid in the school, it was all made by someone or some entity with an agenda. The universe wasn't created to make sense to you. You have to make sense of the universe. Repeat that again. The universe doesn't care about what makes sense to you, because you are not the laws of the universe. Not your mind, however, but your whole entire realm is the universe. So, I always say this, and I'll say this again. The universe isn't here to make sense to you and I. The universe isn't here to make things logical. All the universe is here to do is to make things happen. Whether it makes sense to you or not, that's your prerogative. But if you want to know how the universe works and how to get in the flow with the universe, this is the way to do it. And let's go into the science of this now. And let's use logic for once. If I want to put this in a way that you can understand this, so you can see how this stuff works. All right. Okay, let's use an example. Let's say, let's do this way. Let's say you manifest your dream car. When you have your dream car, you're going to be in love with your car 1, 2, 3, 4 months. After the 5th month, your car is going to feel normal. It's not going to feel like the dream car anymore. It's just going to feel normal. Then one day you're driving your car, somebody will drive up to your car and they'll say, "Oh my God, I love that car, man. I want that car so bad. That's my favorite car." And you're in the car and the car is normal to you. But 5, 6 months ago, you were in the same position as that person. I have a question to you. If the state of our emotions is supposed to be a state of constant want or desire, why the hell over time we lose interest, we lose the excitement of whatever it is we want? Why is that? I'll tell you why. Because it's a normal progression of the mind. The mind will always go back to the default state of normality. If you get $1 million today, a few months down the line, it's going to feel like a normal thing to you. Because the mind will always go back to the state of normality. If it wasn't this case, then every single day you'll still want millions, you'll still have the feeling, but your mind doesn't work like that, people. There's a perfect example that you can apply in your regular life. I bet you never thought of it like that. Every single thing you get, you're going to get to a point where you're going to feel so happy, so great. But after a while, you're going to get bored. You're going to be like, it's normal. Somebody else will come to you and say, "Oh my goodness." To you, you're looking at them like, "I just have it, man. It's just, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Sorry. It's just no, it's a normal thing. I don't know what to tell you." Well, people, you're witnessing the unconscious mind at work. You're witnessing the unconscious mind in a normal state. So all you have to do is backtrack that. So instead of building up the high emotion, why don't you go to the event after you finish by acting like you already have it? You see that? That's called reverse engineering it. It's reverse engineering. If you only knew, and then listen what happens. When the guy drives up to you in your car and he's all excited, if you had the aha moment, you'd realize to yourself, you're like, damn, that was me 6 months ago. But now look at me, I have the car. But what if I just act like what if I just act like I already had the car 6 months ago? Would I get the car a lot faster? Would it matter? And the answer is yes. You got it a lot faster. Everything would have come in a lot faster. And the simple reason is universe self-correcting code. Mark, that was so profound. It was very profound when I discovered it too. That's the most profound thing you will ever learn on teachings of spirituality. This is the most profound thing you will ever learn. And if you can apply it right now, it will be a game changer for your life. So someone says, so act like you have it, what you want, to the point that it's normal and it will come. 100%. It's all in nature. If you observe nature, you will see this force or this law in action. If you go to the lake, or if the rain falls and you look into the water and the water is all, go to the lake. So I'm gonna do this. Go to a pond. Sure, I'm gonna show you this force in nature. Go to a little pond. Take a stick. Go in the pond. Stir up the water in the pond. The water is gonna be nice and clear, but take the stick. Stir up the water. The dirt and all the stuff is gonna rise into the water. And the water is gonna look muddy. But guess what? Take the stick out. And sit there for a couple minutes and watch the dirt settles back to the floor and watch the water becomes clear again. The universe is a self-correcting code. It's already set up to be normal. You don't have to fix it. You stir it up, or let the rain do it and watch how the water comes back and the pond becomes clear. It's a natural hidden law that few talk about, that few may know about. It's the law of non-resistance, nonchalant, not caring, knowing it's already yours, expecting to come and moving on to something else. Everything comes in your lap. You cut the grass, that's right, the grass grows back. The universe is full of abundance. What you want is already yours. You don't have to create anything. And your subconscious mind works the same way. Your subconscious mind works in quantum mechanics. Your subconscious mind sees infinite realities. So there's nothing to impress the subconscious mind. There's nothing to excite the subconscious. Let me share something deep. All the excitement, all the emotions, it's just impressing your conscious mind. The universe is already rigged in your favor. That's correct. Everything we do with the high emotions that they're teaching you is only to boost your ego, to inflate your ego. That's all it's doing. It's an ego trip. Ego trip equals harder manifestation. Ego trip equals longer manifestation. Ego trip equals more resistance. All these things are fuel to your ego because you were taught that you didn't have these things, that you have to go out and get these things, that you got to go work hard to do these things. And I say this before, there always exists this reality. I made a video, I put it, it's going to be up this Tuesday, but I talk about it here as well. I say this to myself. You know, let's use two individuals. One gets up every morning, and when he get up in the morning, everything is working out good for that person. The other person gets up in the morning and he's like, crap, I'm here. Why am I here? I gotta go do this. And everything works out sloppy for that person. What is happening here? Let's call him person A and person B. Person A that gets up in the morning sees everything as working in his or her favor. Person B gets up in the morning, sees everything is not working out in his or her favor. So I say to you, the universe isn't here to make sense to you. So what does the universe do? Well, someone will say, this is what they teach you. Oh my goodness, this doesn't make any sense. Why is the universe punishing me? Why I'm just like here and all this bad stuff happening? The universe isn't here to make sense to you. You made sense of the universe. The universe is happening. The universe gives you what you want on both ends. See, the universe is a multiverse, exists in different dimensions. So the person that gets up every morning and sees life is good and things are happening and expect good things, well, the universe makes a world for him. But the universe also makes a world for the other person and says, this is not, but then someone says, this makes no sense. How can this be? What's happening here? Ignorance, knowledge, don't understand quantum mechanics, don't understand the mind. See, that's what they don't teach you. That's what they want you to see. Ignorance. That's how the universe works, people. So back to the thing. Well, there's all the people say to you like this. Let me tell you, man, I put a lot of sweat and tears, man. It took me years. You will never get where you want without sacrifice, blood, sweat, and tears. You got to go out. You got to go live your dreams, which is all good. Don't get me wrong. You got to go push, man. I haven't met one successful person that didn't have trials and tribulation. Well, that person is living in his or her personal reality. That's what they did to manifest what they want. And they'll tell you that stuff. And you'll believe that stuff. And you'll go in the same route and you'll manifest that stuff. That's fine. But what if I'm here to tell you now that I come along now and I say to you, I say, listen, I don't really have to try. I don't really have to work hard, man. You know what I just do, man? I just chill. I visualize what I want, and I already expect it to come. I don't have to face any trials or any tribulations, man. You know what I do? I just let it happen. Why? Because it's so easy for me. It's so easy to manifest wealth. It's so easy to manifest health. I don't have any blood, sweat, or tears, man. I mean, yeah, things happen in my life. People do things, but I can't control them. But it don't affect me. I don't bust a sweat. And I have a lot of stuff. And I tell people that. They look at me and they say, this guy's crazy. But again, let's go to law of quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics says that is my personal reality. If it's my personal reality, the universe will give me that experience. Things are going to come easy for me. I'm not going to bust a sweat or tear. I'm not going to sacrifice. I'm not going to be in pain. And I'm going to manifest just as easy or easier than the other guy that's busting a sweat or tear and that's telling you, you got to go work hard. You got to do all that stuff. You know what it comes down to? It comes down to choice, options. You can go live in that world. If that's your cup of tea, go ahead. Or you can live in another world. If that's your cup of tea, fine. I'm just showing you both sides of the coin. I'm just showing you options that exist in the multiverse. And let me tell you something else. Here's what they don't tell you about this stuff. When you go through the trying hard, when you're going through all that stuff, you know what you're going to be left with? Emotional damage, emotional scars. On your way to your success, you're going to have it, you're going to work hard, but you're going to also suffer with a lot of anxiety. Because on your way to doing it, man, you're overexciting so much emotions, it's going to damage your limbic system. You're going to find it difficult to sleep. Yeah, you're going to be successful, but you're going to have to be taking sleeping pills. Because you did a lot of damage on the way to doing that. That's what they don't tell you. So I'm here to tell you that you don't have to work hard. You just work smarter. You don't have to feel pain. You can feel health. You don't have to have damage. You don't have to have any emotional pain, because it's an infinite multiverse of personal choice. The Matrix wants you to live in the world of emotional damage. This is taboo. This is not common for someone to tell you, because this goes against everything you learn in your life. This guy here sitting in his car telling me that I don't have to work hard, I gotta work smart. What the hell is wrong with this guy? How does this guy know this stuff? Well, let me get deeper and show you something that also you may not be aware of. See, people, the reason, first of all, let me take rule number one. Number one, okay? The number one rule to making this stuff work, guys, is you can never take yourself serious. Because you're not even here. You can never take this body, this mind, whatever it is, you look in the mirror, oh, I'm so pretty, I'm so handsome, oh my God. That doesn't matter. It's not you. It's not any of this stuff. That's an ego thing, man. So the first thing they get you is, they get you in the trap of believing you're a person with a personality. Therefore, you start to become hard on yourself. That's the first step to making this stuff work for them, not for me. So once you get into that stuff, you start to associate yourself with everything that's happening. What you got to understand, people, is you're not even here. None of this is even real. All of this is energy. Did you know 99% of reality is on an energetic scale? 1% of reality is what you call matter. Did you also know this? It's called the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Did you also know that energy and matter are one and the same thing? They're just different densities. An example would be water. Water have different states. Same thing. Water can be liquid, it can be a mist, it can be as solid as ice, it can be steam. But it's all the same. It's the same thing in reality. Back to what I'm saying. This guy comes along and he's telling you, like, yeah, man, you really don't have to work hard, man. You just got to work smart. So why is this guy telling me? Because this guy here got information from the universe that tells me. And the universe said to me, hey, man, I want to tell you a secret, Mark. I was like, go ahead, universe. Tell me what you need me to know. It says, hey, man, I gave you 2 tools when you got here from the spirit world. I gave you 2 powerful tools, brother. I don't know if you know this, but they don't teach you this in your school, man. But I'm going to teach you this right now. I'm going to send it to you in the downloads. And when I send you to the downloads, I want you to go share it with the people. Go tell the people about these tools. I was like, all right, man, what are these tools? I'm going to give you these tools, Mark. And one of these tools are going to make you win the lottery. And then you're going to win the lottery again. And if you want to win it again, you can do all that stuff. But that's not the primary reason, Mark, I gave you these tools. I didn't give you these tools to win the lottery. The lottery is just a part of, is icing on the cake for you. I gave you to win the lottery so that you can open people's minds to see what's possible. But I really gave you these tools because I want you to open people's minds and their awareness to see what's really happening and how powerful they are. And I was like, okay, what are these tools? Mark, before I give you these tools, I got to tell you something. Okay, what's up? I'm going to tell you that once I give you these tools, you have them, you will never have to work hard in your life again. You'll never have to struggle. Things will come easily and actually effortless to you. And you don't have to go out there and bust sweat tears. And you won't have any emotional damage, Mark. I'm start laughing. Like, bro, are you pulling my leg? This is just too good to be true. No, Mark, this is actually true. So go ahead here, Mark. Go ahead, use this, win the lottery, buy your car. Well, that did happen. So, okay, I'm listening now. You got me. So what are these tools? So, okay. Now I'm going to ask my audience and you chosen ones. Can anyone tell me what are the 2 tools that the universe gave to us? Well, actually 3 tools. 3 of them. Yeah, 3 tools I got. Give me 3 tools. You have them too. Someone got tool number 1. The imagination is 1 tool. I'm looking for the other 2 tools. It's not belief or emotion. But we do have imagination. It's not faith. It's not intuition. Intuition comes in apart with tool number 2. Not mind, body, and speak. Not observation. No. Okay, here's tool number 2. Tool number 1 is imagination. Tool number 2 is your subconscious mind. Okay? So we got 2 tools. Now let's go for the home run. What's the 3rd tool? So we got tool number 1, my imagination, Mark, and here's your subconscious mind that you never knew you had. Okay? Let's go back. Someone got it. Melody Ashley. Our higher self. The trifecta. The 3 tools that I have. Imagination. Subconscious mind. The most powerful one. Authentic self. Higher self. When he told me this, I said, okay, I got the imagination part. I'll figure the subconscious. I know how to do the subconscious now. I figured how to work the subconscious. Teach me more about the higher self. That's the one I really wanted, because that was the most powerful one it told me. And so once I discovered that I had a higher self, which you have, and I said, that's when I won the lottery. That's when things started changing. I put it to the test. I said, if I have a higher self, and this guy knows everything before I know it, and you say it's me from a different part, I'm tethered to this thing, it's in a different dimension. Okay, here's what I want. I want that E46 Dakar Yellow M3, and I want to win the lottery to buy the car. You say you're my higher self, make it happen. 12 months later, it happened. Made it right, made it happen just like you said. Okay. Beginner's luck. That's what I said. Consciously. Do it again. By golly, did it again. Okay. Two's the charm. Do it again. By golly, it did it again. Like, oh my God. There's something to this stuff. There's something to this stuff. All right, I'm sold. I'm going to perfect my higher self. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm teaching you. That's how this stuff works. When you understand that the laws of physics have no struggle, have no hard work, matter, particles pop in and out of existence with no resistance. You are a particle. And with that being said, people, I'll leave you curious on this one, and I'll get more into the higher self in our next live. See ya.